Hello, everyone. Victor Napier here from thinkandtrade.com. This particular lesson is about It's Your Money, Take It. As you can see from stock and options trading, it has afforded us to live in nice communities as well as take advantage of some of the amenities that come along with that particular community. And we thank God for it. In life, I think if we're going to be successful and profitable, there are four areas of life that we have to look at. First, it's the employment stage. Either we'll be employed by someone or we'll have an opportunity to employ someone. If we're employing someone, we move to stage two, which becomes the the self-employment area of life. That's where we'll run a particular business, but at that point, we're pretty much doing everything ourselves. Once we advance from there, we can move into B, the business arena. That's where we'll have additional employees that will carry out the duties and responsibilities of the day-to-day operation. And that allows us an additional level of freedom. But what I want to talk to you about is becoming an independent investor, meaning that you'll invest your money and that your money will go out and make money for you. I wrote a book called Fast Money, 7 Days to Successful Options Trading. After I learned the strategies and techniques that I want to talk to you about today, I put those techniques in a book so that individuals could use those strategies to become profitable in their particular trading. As you can see, we've been trading a number of individuals. We're located in California, Alabama, Ohio, North Carolina, and of course, we're here in Atlanta, Georgia. We've done a series and a number of trainings to help individuals make money. Oftentimes when I talk with people, they say, what I want out of life is to be able to break that 9 to 5. And if this is you right here, I hope not. This lady looks at the clock and she's like, oh my God, you're kidding. It's still this early. Well, we want to get you from that before state to this after state here where you are an independent investor taking care of yourself. Matter of fact, just a side note, I picked up a quick $1,000 this morning in just over 30 minutes trading a particular stock. But I don't want to get too deep into that right now. Not since the Great Depression has so many Americans been broke. They say that the average American is about 2 weeks away from running out of money or his paycheck ending and being out of money. Many times we find that individuals are consumers. Matter of fact, there's $1 trillion of credit card debt, over $1 trillion in car loan debts that are owed back to the banks and other individuals. What I like teaching people is how do we look at what other individuals are consuming and become traders or stock traders or option traders off of what they're doing to put money in our pocket. Let's talk about stock options and what they are. First, stock options are like you and I doing a deal on a home. This particular home, I'll say I'm selling for $200,000 and you can buy it with $10,000 down. Sounds like a good deal to me. And at the end of 1 year, you would be able to pay off the purchase price. That would be our contractual agreement that after 1 year, you'll pay the house off. We go into the deal, we sign off on it, we record all our documents, and so we now have a lease purchase program in place with the option to buy. I come by a few months later and I notice oil rigs out back. I come up and I talk with you. I said, hey, what's going on? You say, well, I was out back one day. I seen a dark substance coming out of the ground. I called a few people and they told me that it was oil. And they told me if I put these particular oil rigs in, it would pump the oil for me. I could make money from it. And I assure you, I'll be able to pay you at the end of the terms. Well, the question is, who does this oil belong to? Does it belong to you or does it belong to me? Well, the truth of the matter is that oil belongs to you. Reason why is we have a contractual agreement for a purchase price that we would pay, that you would pay at the end of the deal. And so therefore, anytime before or the expiration date of that deal, as long as you paid it, you and I would be even. But guess what? I would hope you would be my best friend. Nonetheless, when we start talking about stock and options, there's over $5 trillion per day that's moving through the stock market. There's probably 250 some billion dollars that are moving through options alone. I want to show you how to get a part of it. If you notice with stock options, you can make money whether the market goes up or whether the market goes down. You're probably saying at this point, what does that house have to do with it? Well, remember that house had an expiration date on the contract. So does options. When we talk about options, they're presented mainly in two areas. The basic areas are calls, which saying that you see that the stock market will go up. That's a term they use for the market going up. The second area will be puts, and I'll bring that up here shortly. But as we look at the particular screen here on Home Depot, you can see that Home Depot started back here on about November 17th, and it continued to climb. Now, this would have been a good area for calls because the market continued to go higher and higher and higher. I can tell you from Home Depot that I was able to generate a nice sum of money trading Home Depot on the upside. But guess what? I was also able to generate funds on Home Depot trading the downside. And I'll talk about that here in a minute too. When we talk about shares versus options, shares are only sold individually, one by one. When we talk about options, they're sold in what they call contracts. And there are 100 shares inside of that contract. Now that goes back to the house in the agreement. Here with options, you'll pay a particular price to control those shares for a period of time. And every time you buy one contract, there's 100 shares on the inside. Let's think about a stock for a minute. If a stock was to go from $100 up $5, then our stock would be worth from $100 to $105. But let's talk about options and how they work. Let's take the two and put them together. In this example, we're buying Home Depot at $100 per share, and we want to buy 1,000 shares. That would be equal to $100,000. And if that particular stock went up Monday through Friday at $2 per day, at the end of the week, we would have made some $10,000 profit. Now let's jump over to the option side. Options will cost you less than what it will to own the stock because you're only going to control it for a period of time because it has a expiration date, just like the agreement was with the house. We had 1 year we had to pay it off. So in this particular example, you only have 3 months to pay your option on. And let's say that it went up the same $2. Now, options don't necessarily move dollar for dollar starting off when you're trading. So what I did in this example, I took $500 off as it began to progress. And at the end of the week, that same 5 days, the option would have generated some $8,500. This is an example only. But the question is, which one will give us the better rate of return? On the Home Depot side, we gained 10. But on the option side, we generated some 973%. Of course, you can see what is the better rate of return, as well as less money being at risk when trading. The next area is puts. That's when the particular market is falling. There are a number of issues that can make the market fall. Negative earnings report, car accidents from steering wheels locking up, batteries catching on fire in airplanes. Not a safe place to be at that point, would it? But those type of things will cause an individual stock to fall. And we use the same example in reverse for a put. If this particular stock was starting at $86 and it started to fall and it would go down $5 also, the value of that stock would only be worth $81. But if we did a put and we believed that the market was falling, now we would pick up cash just like we did on the other side when we did a call. Right here, in this example with American Express, when a stock gets under what's called its 50 and its 200-day moving average, this blue and red line, it's considered to be under pressure. Those type of things also would tell us that the market is preparing for this stock to fall. The third area you can trade options is call and puts at the same time. I had an individual in our class who traded both a call and a put at the same time, and he was able to generate cash as Netflix went up. Now, the idea of trading a call and a put at the same time is you're pretty certain to make money because the market is going to either move up or move down. Because he traded a call and a put, he lost money on the put side, but on the call side, he made money and it offset what he lost in his put. Matter of fact, this gentleman traded 4 contracts on this particular stock and he generated some $30,000 in profits in a number of days. Let's count them. He entered in here at right about that 420 mark. And each one of these candlesticks represents one day. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. He made $30,000 in 30 days. And guess what? Inside my book, it's going to teach you more about how these particular options work, and you can take advantage of those type of trades. Inside here, you'll see actually my actual account, one of my actual accounts. And this is an old trade, and that's why I put it out, so that you can see just how inexpensive options can be. Right here, this one was 38 cents, but remember we have to multiply it times 100. The same thing here, $1.91, $4.15, and they can get somewhat expensive as they go up. But look at the profits that they generate when trading options versus trading stocks dollar for dollar. I hope that as you have taken a look at this video, it doesn't find you so frustrated on your job that this is where you really feel like just throwing all that paperwork and items they keep pushing at you on a day-to-day basis, that you would make plans to change your life, learn a new technique, a new strategy for profiting, and let your money make money for you. In this particular video here, it's going to give you an opportunity to pick up our CD called Code Breaker. And it's also going to give you an opportunity to have free tickets to our event. If you would just email me at info@thinkandtrade.com and say, I want those tickets, I will send you 2 free tickets to any one of the events that we have coming up. But also, taking a part of this CD, for $12, you can pick up Code Breaker, the hijack, where I'll show you on a live screen how to pick up $200 per day, as well as you'll get a copy of my free book. Both of these will be downloaded to you immediately. As soon as you enter your information in, you pick it up. It's only $12. You'll start learning how to profit in stock and options too. Listen, I thank you so much for joining me in this particular information. Thank you, thank you, thank you. and become profitable. And as we say on our end, continue to stack that money. Have a great day.